हेलो ऑल, वेलकम टू दिस न्यू सेशन। आज के सेशन में हम बात करेंगे अबाउट द 50 मोस्ट एक्सपेक्टेड क्वेश्चंस फॉर द इंटरव्यू ऑफ CISF-AC LDCE। सो लेट्स बिगिन आवर सेशन। हमने क्वेश्चंस आपके लिए डिफरेंट कैटेगरी वाइज प्लेस किए हैं टू मेक योर प्रिपरेशन इजी। द फर्स्ट कैटेगरी इज अबाउट योर पर्सनल बैकग्राउंड। सो इट हैज द क्वेश्चंस सच एज tell us about yourself and your career journey so far. Tell us about your role in current unit. How and why do you want to become an assistant commandant in CISF? What inspired you to join the Central Armed Police Forces? What has been your most challenging assignment so far in past postings? Which qualities make you a good leader? How do you deal with failure or setbacks? What values do you consider essential for an officer? Why should we consider you for this position? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Next are the questions related to the knowledge about CISF and its role. तो इसमें आप देखिए, explain the main functions and mandate of CISF. How is CISF different from CRPF, BSF, ITBP and SSB? What is the role of CISF in airport security? What is CISF's role in industrial security and PSUs? Explain the concept of quick reaction teams. Tell us about the fire wing of CISF and its role in disaster management. How does CISF manage VIP security? What measures does CISF take in metro and nuclear installations? How does CISF maintain security in public-private partnership projects? What challenges do CISF face in modern security environments? नेक्स्ट देखते हैं हम लीडरशिप, एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन एंड सर्विस एथिक्स पर बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस। सो देयर दीज आर: व्हाट क्वालिटीज शुड एन असिस्टेंट कमांडेंट possess? How would you handle indiscipline among your men? How would you motivate your team during long deployments? What steps would you take to maintain morale in forces? Suppose two subordinates have a conflict. How will you resolve it? How will you manage welfare activities for your troops? How would you deal with corruption in your unit? How would you handle an emergency with limited resources? How would you balance strict discipline and empathy? How would you ensure gender equality in your command? Next are the questions about internal security and law and order. What are the major internal security threats to India today? How does CISF indirectly contribute to counter terrorism? What steps should be taken to prevent airport hijackings? What role does intelligence play in security operations? How does cybersecurity impact CISF operations? What are the challenges in securing vital installations? What lessons were learned from the 26/11 Mumbai attacks? How should CISF deal with insider threats in industrial complexes? How can CISF help in preventing radicalization? How does CISF manage crowd control during emergencies? Next is about general knowledge and current affairs. So who is the current Director General of CISF? What is the motto of CISF and what does it signify? Name any recent reforms for CAPFs introduced by the government. This can be a very important question क्योंकि recently अभी काफी reforms आए हैं and that are important. What are the new criminal law reforms and their relevance? So this is with respect to BNS and BNSS and other these reforms. How do drone threats impact security at airports and industrial units? What steps has CISF taken for cybersecurity readiness? How does Make in India and industrial growth affect CISF deployment? What are the challenges of ensuring security without inconveniencing the passengers? So this can be about the frisking policy and protocols, that you have to make a balance between the frisking protocols and the passenger convenience. Next is, what new technologies can be used for airport and industrial security? How should CISF prepare for emerging threats like AI and cyber warfare? So this is all. These were the 50 most expected questions for your interview. Prepare them for a better interview. Thank you. Keep learning.